Hey, are you listening? Then I hope you're not driving. Listening to this will alter your consciousness by bringing you into a state of deep relaxation. So please, enjoy safely. Have you ever taken a moment to notice the space between each breath? How for a moment the whole world seems to stop, and life would be so peaceful if you could just let go of the world and stay here for a little while. Stretching the time between the next rise and fall, and wanting to just float on that feeling for a while as things become clear. Well, that is what it can be like in the realm of air. My name is Whim, and today I will guide you to a place that can be a refuge anytime you need to step back and rise above, out of the chaos of life, to get some distance and see things clearly from a new perspective. So if you're ready to let go of the outside world for just a little while, then close your eyes and focus on my words. Follow me as I take you on a flight of whimsy. Are you ready? Sweet. Then let's fly. Now, the great thing about being a traveler is that you may enter the realm of air anytime, anywhere, simply by closing your eyes and letting the outside world go for a while. Taking a few deep breaths as you turn your focus inward. Feeling the inhale refresh you as you walk your thoughts away from here, step by step, down an imaginary path to a rolling green hill with a tree, where you can rest comfortably in the soft grass and gaze up at the clouds, the breeze soothing you as you settle down, allowing your mind to unwind, relax, and drift as you stare at the gently swirling shapes above, like slow, steady breaths. Arranging themselves in intriguing ways that take you deeper into a peaceful reverie of drifting to another plane of consciousness. And as your mind calms down more and more with each breath, you can begin to become aware of something else in the quiet moments between. A subtle connection to something beyond the noise, invisible yet ever present, like the flow of air all around, nourishing you unseen, supporting you in ways easy to forget unless you're paying attention. And if you look close at the sky now, you'll notice that the drifting of the clouds is not at the whim of the wind. Slowly you may realize that the clouds seem to be listening, responding to your inner mind, and you can shift them with the current of your thoughts. Molding them into new shapes and patterns simply by willing it, sculpting with your intent, creating your own curiosities and delights as you relax fully into your newfound power. And as soon as you notice it and focus, this awareness and connection grows. With each breath you take, the lightness of the clouds begins to seep in, permeating, spreading, becoming, until you feel completely weightless, like a cloud yourself, untethered, slipping from the clutches of gravity to rise above and join the others. And with a long exhale, following the air up, up, and out of your body, leaving the physical plane behind as you become pure, floating consciousness, intangible, unbound, and yet somehow more focused and aware than before. Letting go completely and rising up into the clouds, dissolving, melding into the spaces between, somehow both infinite and infinitesimal at once. As your perspective completely shifts, everything below shrinking into the distance as you expand in the open air. And floating within the clouds like this is like straddling two worlds. Below, one of chaos and busyness, vibrant colors and intense feelings. And above, one of peace and calm, muted, dispassionate order each realm governed by different rules, moving at a different pace. And here at the boundary among the clouds, the energies can mix, stretching the mind in divergent directions. New ideas mingling in this netherworld. Amorphous wisps of chaos and order twisting in and out of harmony in endless new shapes. And of course, there can be much to learn here in the space between. And sometime you may wish to linger here to discover its secrets. But for now, continue to rise above, floating higher, up and beyond this cloud cover, and fully into the clear. The veil being lifted as you rise into a new realm, ever present, yet intangible and unseen, until now that your inner eyes have glimpsed it, slowly revealing the ethereal airscape. Elegant towers rise from the mist, air temples, those serene sanctuaries of the mind, where weary travelers can rest and reflect. Pristine observatories removed from the chaos below, hovering, untouchable, aloof. Places to consider, to reason, to think clearly from a balanced perspective, to be free of the pull of turbulent emotions, so that cooler heads can prevail and weigh the best way forward. And each air temple is different, offering unique tools and points of view to nourish the intellect. And of course, you are free to explore each one in turn. But for now, choose the temple that calls to you over the others, and freely drift there. Entering the temple and settling on the platform, and noticing the shifting glyphs that mark the walls. Symbols of action, change, knowledge, power. Messages for you. Designating this as a place for you to center and gather your mental strength and fortitude until you are ready to return to the chaos below with new wisdom and focus. And of course, each temple has a protector, and the wise and benevolent guardian of this temple will hold the serene space for you, keeping all distractions at bay as you center, remaining invisible and unobtrusive unless you call it forth to seek its counsel by asking a question, inviting it to join you in rational conversation to explore different points of view, to examine information and uncover patterns, motivations, influences, engaging the intellect and elucidating ideas not yet considered. And sometimes you may realize that more information might be needed to hone your perspective, to truly explore all the angles for the complete picture. And when that's the case, this air temple is just the right place to be, for it has a tool that is perfect for expanding your point of view. A golden telescope pointed down at the world below, able to see all and control the flow of time, zooming in and out as needed to see details that are not as easily observed from the ground, and yet become clear when you have distance and space like this. So gaze through the telescope now and notice what you notice. Watch the world spin in one direction and then the other, faster and slower. A jumble of scenarios and situations, rising and falling until something catches your eye. Worthy of deeper examination for greater understanding. And when you find that moment, simply focus and observe, noticing from the outside those things that were invisible when too close. Gathering new information that adds richness and texture to your understanding. And I will be silent as you direct your own exploration and converse with the guardian if you so choose, in whatever way is right for you now. Now soon I will depart, for there are many more realms to explore this day. But you may remain in the air temple for as long as you like to complete your experience here. Because now that you know how to access the realm of air, you may do so freely anytime you choose. choose to get some distance and gain perspective simply by taking a few deep breaths and allowing a long exhale to carry you back here. And when it is time to return to the ground, you can simply allow your consciousness to drift back down into your body, taking all the knowledge gained during your journey, so that you awaken centered and refreshed, ready to step back into the chaos of life with a calm and clear mind. But for now, take all the time you need to really get to know what it's like to rise above and be here now, clear, calm, thoughtful, free, gaining the perspective needed to overcome any challenge. Enjoy.